Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BJ with the Santa Rosa County Democrats, and I'm coming to you live with some breaking news. But before we get to the breaking news of what happened at MSNBC, what I really want to impress upon all of you is that we have got to increase the number of people who are registered for vote by mail. If you don't know, we have a special election coming up. This special election is going to be held on April the 1st. Now, early voting starts prior to that, and vote-by-mail ballots have just gone out today. So you probably will be receiving your vote-by-mail ballot within the next day or two because the Supervisor of Elections here in Santa Rosa County has just sent out those ballots. So what's important? We need you to get your vote-by-mail ballot in as soon as possible. Look, there ain't that many people running. There's only Gabe Alamont. That's who we want you to vote for. This is a very simple ballot. There's not going to be a lot of complication. And so get that ballot in immediately. If you need help, if you need someone to bring your ballot in, if you need help knowing where to send it, please reach out to the Santa Rosa County Democrats. We're more than happy to help you do that and to help you navigate how to get your ballot in safely, securely, quickly, and efficiently. Why is it important? Because we as Democrats, we as the Santa Rosa County Democratic Party are going to be contacting people to try and get those votes in. So the sooner you get it in, the sooner we can stop bothering you, right? So we really want you to get your ballot in if you have requested it. Again, we all receive messages, or you should have received the message. You can go and look up on the Supervisor of Elections, and we'll talk about that soon, on how to get your ballot in and when you should be receiving it, okay? Still, though, we need folks to re-enroll in vote by mail. If you all are not aware, if you've been living under a rock, which is quite possible after the election results that a lot of us just tuned out, Republicans, MAGA Republicans, Ron DeSantis, they canceled everyone's vote by mail requests at the end of the year. They did it for everybody. This is one of their voter suppression techniques. They want to keep people away from the polls because they know when people turn out in record numbers, it usually does not fare well for Republicans. So what do? They make it nearly impossible for people to get to the polls and have their voices heard. So we need everyone who is watching right now to please re-enroll in vote by mail. Even if you've never enrolled in vote by mail before, we need you to enroll in vote by mail today. Like, do it today. As soon as this broadcast is over, go to the Supervisor of Elections website and enroll in vote by mail. It's important because a lot of people actually don't know that there is a special election to replace the seat vacated by Matt Gaetz on April 1st. You'd be surprised how many people I am calling, how many doors I am knocking on of people who don't even know that there is an election coming up. If you enrolled in vote by mail, it would be a reminder because the Supervisor of Elections would send you a ballot to remind you and to inform you and to have you participate in upcoming special elections that you may not even know about. If there's a special city council race, if there's a special county commissioner race, this is the time for you to re-enroll in vote by mail. Now, it does require us to enroll in vote by mail every 2 years. So now it's every election cycle, whereas before your vote by mail ballot requests used to be over multiple election cycles. Now you've got to do it every single time, and then they cancel everybody's vote by mail and you got to do it again. Look, in order to change these rules, we've got to elect people who believe in the freedom to vote uninhibited. But until we get there, these are the rules we got to play with. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do is show you where you can go to vote by mail, to order your vote by mail if you live in Santa Rosa County. If you do not live in Santa Rosa County and you're watching, put it in the comments, and then we will get to you and let you know based on what county you live in, how you can request your vote by mail ballot, okay? But this is for Santa Rosa County voters. So as you can see here, I'm at the Supervisor of Elections website, which is votesantarosa.gov. You can go to their website, and on their website, you'll see a place where it says vote by mail. Okay? So you're going to click on vote by mail, and that vote by mail, once you click there, is going to bring you to a screen where you can fill out all of your information, and you would click proceed here. You would say that you're requesting a vote by mail ballot for yourself. And then you would complete all of this information here, or at least that way. You complete all that information and then search for yourself, okay? And then you would complete and select what elections you want to request a vote by mail ballot for. I would select them all. That way you don't have to worry about it. You can forget about it for 2 years. Request them all right? I've already done this, and so I'm not going to fill out all this information again because can't request a vote by mail ballot again. So I've already done this, but that's how you do it if you want to do it online. Or actually, you can just call the Supervisor of Elections office. Get somebody over the phone, give them this information. They're going to request the information. It's kind of similar to what it is online. And then you can request a vote by mail ballot that way as well. So as I navigate back to, so again, that number, and I'm going to put that number in actually so that you can see. It's 850-983-1900. And so we'll put that there. I'll put it up here. So 850-983-1900 is where you would call if you want to get a hold of the Supervisor of Elections. They're actually very nice on the phone. You call them, you tell them what you want, they will enroll you in vote by mail and send you a ballot. The deadline to enroll in vote by mail for this upcoming election is March the 20th. March the 20th is the deadline. Now, March the 20th is not the deadline to request to be enrolled in vote by mail. It's just the deadline to enroll in vote by mail before the special election, which is on April 1st. Okay? So we still encourage everyone to enroll in vote by mail, even if by chance you miss that March 20th deadline, but you're not going to miss that deadline. But even if you miss it for some reason, still enroll in vote by mail, because we want everyone enrolled in vote by mail. That way you never miss a special election. Things happen. People resign. People pass away. People decide to move on to other offices. People want to run for higher office, and so they leave the current one. You never know when a special election is going to occur, like the one that is going to be occurring on April the 1st for Matt Gaetz' seat that he vacated. There is also another seat in Florida, Congressional District 6. That seat is also up for special election. And so if you're watching in that part of Florida, please enroll in vote by mail. Hell, if you're watching anywhere in Florida, enroll in vote by mail, okay? Why is this important? Because Congress right now is neck and neck. Neck and neck. And there are 3 special elections that could literally tip the balance of congressional power from the MAGA faction of the ledger over to the democracy faction of where we need to be. This will put a check on Elon Musk. This will put a check on Donald Trump. This will put a check on all the things that we see happening in the news that is driving us crazy, that is causing our blood pressure to boil over. And so in order to do that, this is how we do it. We don't do it by complaining online. Although we love your comments on our social media channels, comments does not mean votes at the polls, people. So what we need you all to do is to enroll in vote by mail, send your ballot in with a vote for Gay Valamont so that we can get this taken care of and flip the tide that's occurring in this country. And we can do it quickly, within less than 100 days into this administration's turmoil. We can turn the tide, or at least begin to turn the tide. Okay, so again, once you get your ballot, some people may not want to mail it in. Some people want to hand deliver that thing, okay? You can hand deliver your ballot to the Supervisor of Elections up in Milton, all right? That address is 6495 Caroline Street, that's on Highway 90 in Milton, Suite F. You can hand deliver your ballot there. There's also another, the South Santa Rosa Annex building, which is right next to Gulf Breeze Zoo. You can also hand deliver your ballot there as well if you do not want to mail it. They don't come with pre-shipping, so you're gonna have to put stamps on it. And to be honest with you, depending on the weight of the envelope, the postage could vary. It may not just take just one simple, first class stamp. It may require multiple stamps. And so I just hand deliver mine. That's what I do. That's the way I want to do it. I get it over with, hand deliver it. That's the way I choose to do it. Obviously, you can still mail it in and you can track your ballot once you mailed it in to ensure once it's been received and once it's been counted. You can do all of this on a Supervisor of Elections website. It's pretty user-friendly, believe it or not. So what Republicans are trying to do is actually stop us from voting, because once we vote, it's actually pretty easy to monitor and track that your vote's been counted, okay? The other thing that we also want you to remember is that we need help getting the vote out. And we completely understand that this work is not for everybody, right? So how do we do this? A couple of things that we're doing. We're sending text messages to people in Santa Rosa County. Those text messages are going to be going out in the upcoming weeks, encouraging people to return their vote-by-mail ballot, encouraging people to enroll in vote-by-mail, encouraging people to early vote, encouraging people to simply just vote, reminding people that there is a special election to replace Matt Gaetz in the House of Representatives. There's going to be text messages going out to all of the Democrats in this area with that information. The other thing that we're doing is making phone calls. We are in the process of calling voters in Holly by the Sea, in Gulf Breeze proper, up in Pace, up in Navarre as well, Eastern Navarre, in order to get people to, again, re-enroll in vote by mail. Remind them that there is an election. People just don't know that there is an election. I don't understand how you don't know, but folks don't know. So because they don't know, we have to do the job of informing them, okay? So phone calls, you'll also notice that people have been knocking on your doors, dropping literature off, reminding you of the special election, letting you know about Gabe Valamont, who's running for Congress to replace the seat once occupied by Matt Gaetz. I ain't gonna say he was working for us, because he really wasn't. He was working for himself, just occupying a seat. Never passed a bill, never brought anything back to the Panhandle, never did anything for us. We have the ability to get somebody who can work on our behalf, bring a VA hospital to this district, okay? Ensure that our property insurance crisis is addressed. Make sure that we can afford, to buy groceries. Make sure that we can afford the decent things in life that we all as working people deserve, right? So, knocking on doors, making phone calls, sending text messages. But all of this takes money. So we need y'all to donate too, because maybe you don't want to send text messages. Maybe you don't feel comfortable making phone calls. Maybe you're shy, you're an introvert. You don't want to knock on the doors of strangers, even if they're Democrats. We have people who do that, and we have people who don't like to do that. So for the people who want to get involved, but don't really, feel like it's too overwhelming, you can just donate to us. And trust me, we will find people to do the work and to get that work done. If you donate, chip in $5, $10, $20 to the Santa Rosa County Democrats. And I will see if I can find that link. I think it's here. I'll put it up on the screen right quick. And here's where you can go to donate. You can scan this QR code with your phone if you're watching on a computer. If you're not watching on a computer, if you're just watching on your phone, it's going to be difficult in order for you to scan the QR code, but you can take a screenshot of this screen right now, and then the screenshot should allow you to have your QR code send you to our donation website. But that's what we need from everyone, okay? If there's any questions, again, leave them in the comments. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you all have. And we're going to sign off for now. That was a teaser. Tune in next time. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're going to talk about what happened to the shakeup at NBC News. So it's what you all have to understand is that there is a history here. NBC News has a history of platforming and taking the talent of particularly Black female contributors, and then when they're done with them, disposing them. This happened with Melissa Harris Perry. This happened with Zerlina Maxwell. This happened with Tamron Hall. This happened with Karen Finney. This happened with Tiffany Cross. This happened, and now it's happened with the ReidOut and Joy-Ann Reid. And so what we are encouraging everyone to do is watch the ReidOut today. And Joy-Ann Reid is the only, she's the first Black female to host a primetime news cable show in the history of broadcasting, believe it or not. And so now MSNBC has decided to not only cancel her show or cancel the ReidOut, they've also canceled Alex Wagner, who is an Asian woman. They've canceled Katie Fang, another Asian woman. They've canceled Ayman Mohyeldin, who is a Palestinian American. They've canceled, who was the other one that they canceled? Can't remember the other one. But they've done a lot of canceling of a lot of shows that are anchored by people of color. And so there's been a call to watch the ReidOut tonight for Joy-Ann Reid's last show, and then cut the TV off. Because at the end of the day, these multimedia, mainstream media organizations aren't really serving us. So cut the TV off after you watch the ReidOut, which is at 6 p.m. Central on MSNBC, 7 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC, and then cut the TV off and be done with MSNBC. Okay? All right. Take care, guys. Remember, register for vote by mail. Please register for vote by mail. Get your ballot in. Help donate to us. Help us make phone calls. And just all around, be kind to one another. All right. See you at the polls, guys. Bye.